I just discovered that my new phone, I had to buy a new phone because my one broke, has a cinematic video option, which means that it blurs out the background. Excellent! How fun. Now I need twinkly lights behind me. Yo ho ho! And a bottle of rum, as they say in pirate world. I'm sitting extra close up because I had to buy a new phone. My other phone broke. The audio was all distorted, and so now I'm checking closely if everything is the same. And as I do so, you get to see my nostrils. How? I'm so funny. I think I'm hilarious. I was like hilarious. Hello there, my friends, my creative friends all over the world, all over the internet. How are you? There's flies here everywhere, by the way. If I seem distracted, it's because I do not know why, but things have spawned yet again in my little art studio. Okay. Back to here, back to a new video, back to a new YouTube video. Hello, I have missed you all. I'm sorry it's been a while. I keep saying this. Maybe I should just not say it each time I come back after 2 months. I don't know how long it's been. But you see, I have I'm sticking with my theme. I'm doing another little owl today. It's owl number 5. Are you proud of me? I am. Owl number 5. And I changed it up ever so slightly. Today, I'm doing a super cute, quirky owl, really cute, quirky owl, who has, I think he's French. I've called him Pierre, from Paris, oui. And his facial expression is quoi? Is sort of like very quizzical. That's a good word, quizzical. Shall we do a list of words we love? I love words. I love art, but I also love art of all kind and words. Words are fun. Quizzical is a brilliant word. Nebulous is a very cool word. Ubiquitous is a cool word. There's lots of cool words. In the comments, please share with me your favorite word. I also like mellifluous. How beautiful is that? I like to write poetry sometimes. I'm kind of a secret poet. I'm a secret poet. No, I mean, it's not that secret. I do share my poetry on Facebook here and there, but it usually goes accompanied with a piece of art. And when I write poetry, I like to scour the internet for beautiful words that I can incorporate into my poetry. And mellifluous is one of them. There are a couple more that I absolutely love. Anyway, share with me your favorite words. I would love to hear your favorite words. So, in good old ADHD fashion, I started wittering and jumping from one branch to another very quickly without even introducing myself. Hello, my name is Tamar Laporte. Let's try it again. Hello, my name is Tamar Laporte from Willowing Arts, and I am a mixed media artist, author, and art teacher of beautiful, beautiful souls all over the world who I love dearly. Hello. Today we are going to be, for my YouTube video today, I will be doing a little vlog update, little hello, little what's been happening in my life. I'd love to hear from how you are, how is your life. And we're going to do a little quirky owl, Pierre from Paris, du Paris, From, do is do, yeah? No, for anyway, my French is not very good, not very bien. And and then I will do, a little bit, couple of updates, couple of informative informations. Couple of informative informations for you, my dedicated art community, my creative art community, who I adore. What else? Oh, yes. The wonderful people at Paul Rubens Art have sent me free art supplies to play with and try out. I will show them in the art part, but I've been sent 2 boxes of art's new watercolor paints. Very exciting. That I will show you in the art part of this video. So I'll be unboxing some art supplies. I will be talking about my new book interests, the new books I'm reading. And I'm starting to become a book talk girly. If you don't know what that is, you need to be on TikTok first of all, and then you need to be on book talk. I feel like I can claim the identity of book talk girly, which is basically girlies that read books and then review them on TikTok. Although I haven't done a review yet, I mostly just read the reviews and then read the books obsessively. Okay, if I might say. So I will do a little update on that, and then I have little notes here. And then, I wanted to talk a little bit about what mixed media is for those of you who are new to mixed media. What is mixed media? What's mixed media? Can you even say it? Is the question. Can Tam even say it? What is mixed media art, and what you can do with it, and how awesome it is? I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. Then I do interjections, like little drum moments, like this. And I wanted to alert you to my free class that you can sign up for, see below in the link, as well as a couple of other new cool things that are coming up. All right, that's the roundup of what we'll do today. And then we were going to be creating, or you can watch me create, or you can join me in to creating a super cute little owl that you can see over here. You see that? That's the guy. But whenever I hold it up to the camera, it becomes the lights that are on me overexpose it. So instead, I'm going to put an image up on here. Here he is. Pierre, you see how he goes, quoi? Et je ne sais quoi pas. Je ne sais quoi. Je ne crois pas. I don't know. I don't speak French very well, but I like to pretend that I can speak it a little bit. So this is Pierre, and we're going to be painting him. I just wanted to change up my owl series. For those of you who don't know, I've done an owl series. So there are owl 1, 2, 3, and 4 are up on my YouTube channel. Have a look around if you want to see me paint more owls. And they are more kind of somewhat realistic. Don't think I've ever in my life done a super hyper realistic painting, but the more recent owls I've done are more realistic rather than quirky or whimsical, while I suppose my art career started in a more whimsical, quirky thing. And I kind of want to bring the quirky and the whimsical back because it's so lovely and cute and sweet. These little creatures, when I make quirky creatures and whimsical ones, particularly if they're kind of innocent, they lift up my heart and soul in a sort of like adorable, they're sort of the innocence. It's the innocence that I'm like, this is just, aw. So this guy, Pierre, is a very innocent little baby owl. He looks like a baby owl, but he's confused because he's like, what is all this about? I don't understand. And that is what's so cute about him. So you're very welcome to paint one with me soon. He's absolutely adorable. And I enjoyed painting him. And he's, I think you should be able to follow me. This third fly now. What is happening with flies? I'm not anti-fly, but I don't like them flying around me and then making it feel like there is some sort of, when I have lights at the top in the ceiling, and then you get a tiny fly that flies through the light, and then it feels like Psycho Bat from hell is about to eat me, because it leaves shadows like from, and I don't like that. I also don't like it when they're flying through my camera vision, my field of camera vision. No, I don't like it. What else? What else do I need to make you aware of? So let's just go through the points. So first of all, for those of you who are not aware, I am in the trenches. I want to call it something else because trenches seems negative somehow. No, I am deep in the preparations of my newest, most wonderfulest creative adventure that I'm preparing and so excited about. It is called you probably already know, but I'm going to tell you again, A Year of Light. And it starts on January 1st. It is a mixed media art course. I'll talk about mixed media in just a moment. That is going to focus on all aspects of the concept of light, the theme of light. So we're going to be painting literal light, beautiful paintings such as this bear here. In this particular painting, we're going to be looking at how to create a galactic sky, but it's going to be inside the fur of a bear, because I like that sort of stuff. And so we're really working with how do you create light in a galaxy. Okay, so that's an example of the many, many projects we will do. If you were part of the tasters, you will know also that we did this joyful boy that is on a beach, sunshiny beach day. And so we're doing things such as these kinds of projects. So we're looking at how to look at literal light fall, like how does the light fall on a face, or how does the light act in a galaxy or in the night sky, or as a candle lights up something. But we're also going to be creating paintings that contain emotional light. So emotional light things that make you feel light and joyous and happy and wise. So it could be that I painted, for instance, on the taster event, we painted this beautiful moth, which was done in light colors, but also the moth itself is physically light, and it can kind of give you a sense of lightness. And as we were creating it, it was a playful way of creating it. So loose style, which gives you a light feeling. So we're looking at, again, all aspects of light. Technical light, we're going to be looking at things like Rembrandt's triangle or chiaroscuro. So we're going to look at high contrast stuff. And so that sort of kind of thing. And I am wildly excited about this new adventure, this new creative adventure that I am going on and hope to take you with me on. And I'm doing it with 29 other amazing artists who are also going to be teaching you a lesson that has the theme of light. And so some will be focusing on emotional light, some will be focusing on physical light, more real, more technical light. And so it's going to be just amazing. And I hope you'll join us for it. We start on January the 1st. And right now, A Year of Light can be purchased with a 20% off discount. Use the coupon code DAZZLE20 at the checkout and you'll receive 20% off this illuminating new course. I hope to see you there. Links, by the way, everything I discuss, links are in the description below if you're interested in checking anything out. So thank you in advance for looking into that for me as well, if you're interested in this journey. So I just wanted to answer the question, like, I kind of assume always as a mixed media artist that everyone knows what mixed media art is. This is a strange assumption to make because actually it's not that common, right? In the world of art, we mostly know, we're familiar, or people that are not actually in the world of art, or even in the world of art, I suppose, is people are not that familiar with the concept of mixed media art. You might be much more familiar with, oh, this person paints in acrylics, or this person paints in watercolor or in oils. But what does it mean when someone paints in mixed media? Well, let me explain. So in its simplest form, mixed media means you're mixing media. So it means that you're not just working with either only acrylics or only watercolor or only oils. And mixed media, I think, found its inception or its history in the scrapbooking community. So scrapbooking, you may not be familiar with, but scrapbooking basically is a craft kind of thing where people put photos and memorabilia into a book, and then they decorate that. And often they decorate that with a mix of crafts. So that might be with a bit of paint or a bit of washi tape or a couple of dimensional decorations and these sorts of things. And out of this, I think out of the scrapbooking world came a group of people that started to be maybe focused more on less on the scrapbooking element and more on making art with similar supplies, as well as in the art journaling community. So I always think that there's kind of it's a melding, that's it, a melding of those two worlds in a way that's sort of, and then the traditional art world as well, where you have people that, let's say, are painting portraits, or painting animals or whatever. And I feel like it's a mix of all these worlds, because what mixed media artists do, and why I love it the most, is mixed media artists, first of all, they use any kind of supply that works for them and works together. So the thing that that is the hardest to incorporate into mixed media is oils and oil pastels, because they are not water-based. And most of the supplies that people work with are water-based or ink-based, and they mix together well. So if you're mixing watercolor with acrylics, it works because they don't repel each other. Oils, however, you can't really mix that because oil repels water. And the same with pastels. I work with pastels as well, but not all of the supplies basically mix together that well, but most of the supplies do work quite well together. And the beautiful thing about this is that because you're mixing supplies, you are not so limited to one medium. Obviously, that's kind of obvious, but maybe not so much, because the beauty about mixed media is that the combinations of supplies and the options are just so much more varied. And the other thing I like about the attitude of mixed media artists, most of them, I think, like me, is that we don't we don't believe in no can do. We're like, absolutely can do. We'll figure that out. I find that, well, for myself, I'll speak for myself, but I think a lot of people in the community are similar, is that I am a very solution-minded. I like solving problems. And so if I was to be just a watercolorist, that's the thing, that the more traditional art ways of making art are quite strict in rules, and they have sort of ways that one can do watercolor, and that's how you should do it. And you're not really allowed kind of to break the rules, which you can't say to someone like me. Not breaking the rules. What are you talking about? Of course, I'm not breaking any rules. I put in any harm to anyone, but I feel like I like to at least push against the rules a little bit to see if that's true, if it actually doesn't work. And so in mixed media, the world of mixed media, there is a lot of scope for experimenting, for exploring, for playing, and for just trying out what would happen if you mix this with this. If you combine a pencil with a marker with an ink, and now suddenly there's a really cool effect. The other thing that is so great about mixed media is that you get a lot of contrast and variety of quality in marks and brush application and these sorts of things. So if you're working in only acrylics or only watercolor, let's say, you're kind of limited again to a particular type of mark. There are some different kinds of marks within watercolor. You can do all kinds of ways to apply the paint, but when you're adding in mixed media, so if you're bringing in a marker as well as a crayon, as well as some collage, as well as a brayer, as well as a brush, it goes on and on and on, and suddenly you have this really wildly interesting group of options of materials that can just it brings extra excitement to the field, to the craft, really. So as you can see, I'm a passionate artist, or a mixed media artist who absolutely loves the way of creating. Now, sometimes I will focus more on a watercolor only, or on, I don't know, acrylics only, actually. So don't get me wrong. I do have maybe one medium that maybe dominates in a painting. However, I tend to always end up using maybe a minimum of 3 to 5 types of supplies in the making of one painting. So I thought I'd just explain this a little bit, because I haven't really heard anyone talk about what is actually mixed media and what does it mean. And so, so from a supply perspective, sort of pretty much anything goes apart from, like I say, oils, even that you could eventually incorporate. Like oil pastels, I do use as a final mark. You can probably use oil paint as a final mark as well. It doesn't mix well, but you can use it as some kind of final detail. So you could still do that, but you don't see us as a group use oils that much. But yeah, supplies. So just to list a couple of the supplies that are sort of used a lot. We do use watercolor, we use acrylics, acrylic inks, fluid acrylics, all the acrylics. Then people use inks. So it could be acrylic inks, but also alcohol inks or water-based inks. We use markers, variety of markers. Could be Tombow markers, could be Posca pens and markers, could be Liquitex markers, could be even oil-based, but you have to be careful with that. We use pens and pencils. Pens could be water-soluble pencils, could be color pencils, could be pastel pencils. We use crayons. So we've got beautiful water-soluble crayons that are excellent, and sometimes not water-soluble crayons. So you can use your wax crayons as well. Let's see what else. People will use, from a tool perspective, we'll use sprayers, or we might even just use bamboo skewers with which we etch. We use spray bottles. We use pencils like to draw. We use blending stumps. The list goes on and on and on, and things are constantly being maybe discovered, or new items come on the market as well. Oh, glitter, glue, mediums, collage, so much. And it's so fun. And if you're new to mixed media or new to the channel, do come and join us, because this is a craft that will absolutely enrich your life. Yes. Now, and on that note, I wasn't actually meaning to connect this up, but I have a secret project that is going to be going live somewhere in early 2025, which is kind of connected to me explaining mixed media. Although I hadn't set it up that way. I suddenly went, oh. So yes, keep an eye out on, and by the way, if you want to join my newsletter to stay up to date with things of my life and my art and all sorts, is do join. It's somewhere down in the description below, and then you'll get updates on whatever's happening, whatever happens. I had an itchy nose. I did cut that out. I edited it out, so it didn't see me scratch my nose. So stay connected with me on the newsletter, and then you get up-to-date information about my newest exciting secret projects. All right, but I won't go into that now. That's a secret thing that I haven't really announced yet, but I will announce at some point. Exciting. What else was I going to say? Oh, yes. And then books. Because it's taking forever. I can talk for hours, and then you guys are like, that's too much talking. We just needed a quick vlog update. We didn't need to talk for a whole hour. So this is really for my friends who are also reading books that are of the romantasy kind. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. The last time I spoke to you, I was reading The Zodiac Academy. And the Zodiac Academy is brilliant, but I paused it on book 11, I think, or 10. I paused it for a little bit because I wanted to have a slightly different thing, although I'm kind of aching to come back to it and finish the series. So there's something like 12 books in that series, and I really feel like I should finish it because, I need to know the final outcome of the entire thing, of course. So I am going to go back to it soon. But in the meantime, I wanted a bit of a break. And so what I've done is I've read another couple of very cool romantasy books. And I thought I'd let those of you who follow me for this a little bit, even though I am not a book talk girly reviewer. I haven't done reviews, but I will mention it here. Very exciting books that are very fun. I know that Lucy, hi Lucy, at least, is also reading these books. So I have read Quicksilver. Would I recommend? Yes. Yes, it's another fey romantasy with very interesting characters. So that's all I'll say. Next one. I also read a book called Nocticadia. Now, Nocticadia is not a fey romantasy, but it is a romance. Also very good. Kept me going, kept me engaged, by Carrie Lake, I think. And then I read all the Plated Prisoner series. This is not just now. I've read them over a period of time because there are 6 in the series. And this is a very good fey romance series, I think. The first book is a little slow, but 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 is also a little slow. 6 has just come out. I'm waiting for it to come onto Kindle Unlimited because now everyone, I'm so obsessed with reading. It's like too expensive. So I needed to get a subscription to the Kindle Unlimited. So I now have Kindle Unlimited, and that it makes it a lot cheaper if you read a lot. So I'm about to read, well, when that comes on, I'm going to read the final book of the Bladed Prisoner series. And if you've read that, you know what I'm talking about. It's a very cool story line. It's a retelling of King Midas, but it's full of twists and turns, because it isn't really about King Midas in the end, sort of. It is kind of, but not really. I won't say too much. You read it for yourself. Join us in the romantasy world, everybody. It's so fun. And then we can talk about it, because not everyone I know is on TikTok. And I understand that people don't always like TikTok, and I get it. But if you are on the good side of TikTok, then it can be quite enriching, I think. And if you have any recommendations of romantasy books, I like fae books now. I know what I like now. Put them in the description below. Please recommend books to me. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's books. And did I say that if you like to have a free class of mine, I'm currently giving away a free class in which we paint a super cute, messy raccoon in watercolor and mixed media. So you can sign up for that for free. Enjoy. If you do paint anything in response to that lesson and you want to share, please share it in my Facebook group, my creative Facebook group called Willowing and Friends. All the links are below in the description. I look forward to seeing your raccoon. And finally, yes, if you enjoyed this video of me rambling endlessly and talk to you about books and other stuff, and then please consider liking and subscribing and dinging that bell, ding, so that you get notified if and when I do upload another video, and I'd be very grateful if you did. And also, if you're interested in doing any lessons with me and more in depth, then please consider joining any of my classes, in particular A Year of Light, because that's going to be that's my newest thing and I'm very excited about it. Then do come and find out more about me and my classes on www.willowing.org, and I shall be forever indebted to you, and I'm very, very grateful, and give you a big hug and kiss. Mwah. Thank you. Okay, well, let's get started on creating the super cute little French owl called Pierre, who has a quizzical expression of quoi on his face. And yes, again, if you make one, please share it in my Facebook group. I'd love to see what you do. It's always brings joy to my heart and soul. All right, everyone, much love, sending you good vibes, sparkles, and blessings. Bye-bye. Okay, hello again. Welcome to the art part of this session and the exciting new art supplies part. Oh, you guys, the wonderful people at Rubens, who I have unboxed a couple of supplies for before, have sent me 2 really cool new art supplies that I wanted to share with you today. Very exciting, very excited about them. First of all, so these, the brands of these are, I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, but it's Meiliang or Meiliang. I'm not sure if I pronounced this correctly. On this one, it's actually clearer. The how it's written. Hold on. I wanted to show you this more like as a sort of a woo, but I'll show you here. So this is the name of the brand, and it's a sub-brand of the Rubens brand. Okay, let me just close this again and pretend that you didn't see that. Okay, so Meiliang, I think, and they have brought out 2 new watercolor sets, and of course I love my watercolor. And the other thing that I absolutely loved that they listed about these watercolors is that they stay vibrant. You know, one of the problems that we often have with watercolors is that they can fade as they dry, right? As they dry. The vibrancy of the pigment, and these apparently stay vibrant as you apply them. So I'm very excited to hear that, because that's what we love, right? Like Schmink is not too bad with staying vibrant, but a lot of the other watercolors tend to fade as they dry. So look at how pretty the box is. These are, so the 2 they've sent me is 2 sets. This set is the Meiliang floral watercolor set. You can recognize it by the floral thingy on the painting on the front. And then the other one is a normal one. So the floral set means, of course, that they've included very specific colors that you might see more in floral flowers, I suppose. Oh, let me open. Oh, look at that. It comes with a nice, beautiful, what do you call this? A little cloth protector thing, which just makes it very special to open it. Like how pretty that is. So it is by Paul Rubens, and you can just pull it out this way, I suppose. Paul Rubens Meiliang, and it comes in a lovely box, and it comes in a lovely pink outer tin set, which I love. Let's open it. Let's have a look. Ooh, and then we have our swatch thing. Now it is all in a language that I don't understand, which I am assuming it's Chinese, but when you do your swatching or your color charting, there are numbers, so you can do it by the numbers. And here are the beautiful colors. So there are quite a few yellows and quite a few pinks and reds, and I'm interested in the purples in particular. Let's see what this teal is like, because we love teal, and quite a few greens and browns that you would find obviously in more natural sceneries. So let's take a look at these in just a second. Before I start to actually do some swatching with them, I will show you the other one that I've been sent. I love this little cloth with it, I have to say. Look at that, it's so nice. And so the other thing I was sent, so this is this particular watercolor set comes with this handy dandy plastic box that you can, what I like about it is, look, it has a kind of a clip here at the top where you can put your paint, or either, I don't know, anything you want to put here, either your paper for painting, or maybe you have a reference photo or something and you just need to stand it up, anything. And then when you open this, it has two ways. You basically have a palette area. So this here, look, opens like this, and then you can do a palette on here, which I think is kind of cool. And then if you open it fully with so it's sort of got two lids. And you clip this back, you can put there's paper that comes with it as well. So this is it's like a travel kit in a way, which I think is really cool. So it comes with 10 sheets of, this is cotton watercolor paper. We'll open that up and maybe I'll do some swatching on this. And then it comes with this is 48. So I forgot to say that this one is 24 colors, the floral one, 24 colors. And this is a set of 48. So let's have a look at these guys, also by the Meiliang brand. I like the tins. I like that they're doing kind of interesting things with the tins. This is a beautiful kind of blue watercolor, like clearly a watercolor pattern outside of the box. And so this is just handy because you can put loads of stuff in as you travel, perhaps, you know, or if you can put this in your suitcase or your bag quite easily and have it all nicely, and you can put obviously your brushes in there, in here. So it's quite a handy kind of box to go around with. Okay, so let's have a look at these colors. Oh, why can't I open it? Oh, I'm opening it. No, that's a clicky thing. There we go. So I've got, finally just put this to the side. So these are 48 colors and come with a swatching slash charting thing as well. Here are the names. We do have names as well in English as well, the numbers as well as the Chinese name. This is Chinese only, yeah. Here I'm trying to be like knowledgeable on Asian like characters. I'm like, oh, is that Japanese? Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm not very well versed in the alphabets there. Anyway, so you've got a swatching thing, and here we go. Wow, ooh, okay. You get rose red, lots of beautiful colors, olive green. Okay, is there no teal? There's no teal in this one, so the teal is in the other one. That's interesting. This is an interesting color, deep inference green, fruit green. So let's. What I'll do is I'll take them out of their little paper thingies. Sometimes if it's hard to take these out, you can move the little metal to the side, so then it's easier to take them out. So let's see, they don't come in plastic. Actually, this is quite handy. I find it when they're covered in plastic, I find it harder to, and I get a bit tired. I'm like, oh god, I have to take them out of all of their plastic. It's quite a tiresome process. So these, with the paper, you just slide them off. But we want to know what is what in a way, so maybe we do it one by one, and I'll time-lapse this maybe. We'll start with a couple, because if you just now take all the paper off, then you don't know what is what, right? So if you want to swatch them properly, it's best to do them one by one. Okay, so let's do a couple normal time, and then the rest are time-lapse. And I might not do all of them actually, I might just do some. But so this rose red looks really nice. So this is number 502. So in your chart, let's find 502. Oh, that's here. Okay, so let's have a look and see how pretty that is. Looks like a kind of a magenta. Oh, there's a magenta there. Rose red, it's very pretty. Looks like a magenta, I must say. I'm gonna just pick I'm gonna pick the colors that I love. Now let's decide on where I want to do it. On this side, in the middle, and then the yellow green there. Maybe I'll do that. Okay. Rose red. Beautiful. And we can also take a look at how vibrant these stay. Okay, next, I want to know the deep magenta. The only thing about this as well is you don't know where they are this way, you know, like in order. You're going to need a chart where, is it aligned? Maybe it is. Oh, it is. Deep magenta. And then is that, oh yeah, okay. So if you hold it that way, sorry, so if you eventually, and then black, yeah, so they are aligned in that sense. So that's helpful. Okay. So deep magenta, no, yes, this one. The magenta feels redder. Oh, deep magenta, maybe that's, let me just take a little bit off. That feels more like red than magenta, but it's called deep magenta, so I know magenta to be a bit more pinkish, yeah, a little bit more red violet, leaning towards the red violet. It's a little hard to take them out of their things, but right, let's see what actual magenta then is. Is that more of a red violet? I did my nails nicely for you, but now look. Sometimes the naming, I've said this before, this looks very, very red. Look at that. This isn't magenta. This is almost like a vermilion. And that is vermilion. And let's see what it does when it's wet. But this looks nothing like a magenta to me. The rose red looks like a magenta. Sometimes naming colors is, I think, tricky for people or businesses. This is just the normal red. This is not magenta. So I don't know why that's called that. This is like a vermilion. Magenta is made with... Magenta is much more pinkish. Let me get a little more vibrant, brighter. So that's still more magenta. I think they've swapped the things perhaps. Well, violet red. Let's see what violet red is. That might be more of an actual magenta. Okay, no, that's more proper, yeah. That's proper red violet, which I love. Actually, that looks good. So violet red is going to be this one. Although it does look quite purplish, but yeah, violet red. These do feel so far very succulent and very pigmented. I don't think the naming of the colors here is correct, but the colors are they feel very vibrant so far. Okay, let's actually, I want to see what this deep green, inference green is. I have never, because I like minty greens, then don't tend to put minty greens in pre-made stuff. You have to often make them yourself. Ooh, this looks reflective as well. What is it? Metallic-y. This looks like it has a shine in it. So I don't know if it picks that up. Yeah, you can definitely see that, right? So that has a shine in it, a little. But I don't mind shine that much. But I like normal pigment more. It's funny because they never make this type of green in a normal one, but they do make it in the reflective one. So what is it called? Blue. So it must go here. Am I right? That's all right. I like this color if it doesn't have the metallic in it, but anyway, it has the metallic in it. So there must also be, so it's some metallic in it. Funny, okay. Sky blue and light sky blue look similar. Ultramarine is cool to have in there. Payne's grey is good to have in there. Turkey blue is interesting. Turkey blue is a little bit of an indigo. Let's see if turkey blue is... Oh, my finger went in. I like that it has a lot of purpley colors. When you buy the main Schminke set, the 48 one that I bought, the Schminke one, that doesn't come with a lot of purples. It comes with like one purple. and that wasn't even a good purple. Well, this one has quite a few purples, and I appreciate that. And all the kind of pinks, and those are my favorite colors. So, okay, so yeah, this looks quite indigo-ish, but not really. It's more of a sea blue. But I mean, it didn't claim it was a indigo. I just assumed it. What was it? Turkey, something turkey. Turkey blue? Yes. Where is it? Where is the turkey? There we go. Okay. Oh, it's beautiful. Look how beautiful this is. It's more of a like a turquoise. That's why they're calling it turkey blue. Deep turquoise. That's very pretty, this color. I love that. Okay, now I'm looking for the magenta, and I think maybe there's a magic red and a rose red. What was that called? We've got 2 rose reds. No. Oh. Yeah. There are 2 called rose red. That makes no sense. But they are different numbers, so just be aware if you're buying that one. So you have the C418 and the 502, and they're both called rose red. Here, okay, here's another rose red. Alright, let's see how similar it is or different. Ooh, that is very pretty. Oh, okay. This is again metallic, but it is a nice, almost a little bit like an opera pink. No, this is softer. But I need to call it something else. I need to call it rose pink. What are you doing calling it rose red? That made no sense to me. I think the C's, you know, all the ones that start with a C are metallic. So it's okay, so I get it. So they have a rose red in the metallic series and they call it that. Metallics, I find always a little more, the colors are not as saturated, mostly because they are mixed with that metallic-y mineral, and so then, I don't know, that sort of comes to the forefront. So those are, metallics are not my faves, but some people absolutely adore metallics. Tea green, no, burnt sienna I quite liked. Oh, burnt sienna or sienna, those are nice colors often, quite warm. Let me try the sienna, see what that looks like. This was, oh nice, beautiful browny color. Although I think it's not quite a sienna, but that's okay. Again, I think naming the colors and getting them kind of right to what what we think they are is not always easy. Sienna, this one. Beautiful, warm. Oh, no, not bad now that it comes off. Yeah. It's got an orangey brown. You know, like an orangey brown. That's a beautiful color. Actually, I might use that one today because I'm going to be doing another owl. Excited about that. Okay, so those are just a couple of examples just to show you. So far, as they are drying, they are staying very pigmented. Look how pigmented they stay. They're not fading in color, which is really cool. That's definitely something we need more of in the watercolor industry. I don't like when they dry and they just dry really flat and you go, okay, it was so beautiful when I was applying it. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna open some of more of these on off camera. And also, but before I do that, let's just do a few of the rose ones on the camera. And we'll do that. I know I got a, oh yeah, maybe I should just do it on the, oh no, I didn't get paper paint with that. Oh no, I did. I know, I want to do it on here. I was going to say do it on the cotton paper, but that would be a shame because I have the actual chart with it. So let's just do it on the chart. That seems like a shame otherwise. So that have to, on this one, you'll have to do it by the number, not by the name. If you're English speaking, obviously if you're Chinese, you can do it by the name. And you know the Chinese language. You might not necessarily know the language if you're Chinese. Okay. Okay, so here's the other set. Now they did say that 5 of these colors can also be found in the set that I just showed you. So in this 5, there's an overlap. About 5 colors in this one are also in this one. But the other 17, is it 17? So 7 colors in here are an overlap, but the rest are all new. And so you can see they're quite unusually named on here, like probably really connected to the floral ideas, I suppose, like Indian yellow, permanent orange yellow, permanent yellow medium, Chinese red, peach light. So they have different colors. This one is probably one of the overlap. This is a rose red again. Magenta, slightly misspelt. Lavender violet. That's nice. There's not a lot of violet purples out there in the watercolor series. Cobalt blue is also not so common. Let's see. France ultramarine. I'm intrigued to see what the turquoise is about. and yellow sienna deep. That's kind of different and unusual. So they've really kind of put an effort into trying to create colors that are a little unusual or not as common in a standard set, which is quite exciting. So let's grab a couple. I love the idea of Indian yellow. That looks a little bit sort of orange yellow-ish. What number is that? 252. I have to remember it to put it on the thing. They do always, like, they feel thick, like they've got a proper kind of pigment to them. So 252. I put it here. Ooh, you see what I mean? Like, it's vibrant and it's instantly, definitely very pretty. Okay, let's try that one. Then peach light's interesting. What might that be? Got excited about it. So this is peach light. No, sorry. That's what am I saying? I'm literally staring at it. Sorry. So this is peach light. I don't know why it's peach light, because it looks like a red. But never mind. What is the number? 204. Okay, peach light. Let's see what that does. Oh! This is an opera pink type. This is a vibrant pink. This is a fluorescent pink, it feels. This is not peach, but never mind. Still pretty. Interesting color. Let's try it again. Oh, very nice. Similar to opera pink in the Daniel Smith series. Let's see what this magenta does. So, like I said before, the magenta was not really magenta, it was red. So that was confusing. Red. So that's number 213. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's much more proper magenta, you see. Lovely, actually. Nice! I love my magenta. Now this, here you go, proper magenta. Yes, please. And thick and vibrant. Very, very nice. It's a good one. Nickel yellow. Lavender. I want to see the lavender one. I'm very excited about that. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, this is nice. Even just like this. That, I'm very excited about that color. You don't find lavender hardly ever in watercolor sets, I have to say. A116, this one. Nice. Check it out. Lavender. Lavender makes sense for florals, right? But also, it makes sense generally. I don't know why the companies don't make lavender in watercolor sets. It's a really cool color to have. Sea blue, the teal I wanted to figure out. Turquoise light, I wanted to see what that does. So, my favorite teal is a 509 in the Schminke series. Very beautiful color. Okay, wow. This is also fairly similar. It leans slightly more towards green, I think, than the Schminke. We can compare it, actually. Here we go. So here is the Schminke set, and that's the Paul Rubens. Slightly more greenish, but still stunning. More barley blue, almost. And you know I love me some teal. So let's see what okay. I love this color so far. Looks really attractive, just on the first side. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. This is stunning. I like it a lot. Let's actually compare. Like, I think if you have... See, the teal in this 209 is ever so slightly more bluish, but this is a proper teal almost. Like, if you... Here, this is... I don't know if you see the difference, but... I don't know if it's very different. But there's... I think by eye, I don't know if the camera picked this up, but this is definitely leaning towards a little bit more blue, and that has the slightest more green in it, I think. Okay, so that's... I'm excited about these floral colors for sure. They all feel very, very... like vibrant, and I think they feel like they will stay a bit more vibrant as well. Okay, there's a violet in there, and then a few more sort of browns and greens, which will be really nice for a floral, if you're doing nature and floral stuff for sure. Okay, so now I'm going to paint my quirky owl today. I'm going to do this really cute guy. You've probably already seen pictures of it, but let me show you. So, because I'm doing an owl series, I thought today let's do a quirky kind of more whimsical owl rather than a realistic owl, and he made me laugh so much. As a sketch, look at his hilarious face. So I'll be using some of these watercolors that I've just been demonstrating for you and see how I go. And yeah, I think it should come out really nicely with these kind of watercolors. They are so far so good, very nice. They're very vibrant and very feel very like pigmented and looks like they'll stay vibrant as well. Okay, so let's get started on this cute, whimsical, funny, hilarious, quirky owl. And thank you always, as always, for watching. If you enjoyed my video today on YouTube, then please do consider following me on YouTube by clicking on the subscribe link button ding. And also you could press that bell. That means that you get notified if I put up a new video. And also, if you want to learn from me, if you want to learn how to paint and create, then I run many art classes, of which I've already told you about. Next year we're going to be doing the Year of Light, and I run lots of other art classes that you can check out on www.willowing.org. I appreciate your clicks and joins and signing up. Sparks my joy and brings me lots of love and light, so I'm grateful for anyone who's ever joined anything I do. Okay, let's get started on creating this super cute, quirky owl. See you again soon. Bye!